juicy. Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester, and today I'm going to be walking you through the crypto markets. First things first, we're going to talk about Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame. Then we're going to be hitting up the midterm here, and we're going to be hitting up the long-term. And then once we're done with that, guys, we're going to be hitting up my 3 altcoins today. This is 3 altcoins that I've chosen to showcase to you today, and those 3 are: we've got a bit of Maker coming through because we saw some insane pumps. That's MKR, insane pumps coming through from yesterday. Then we're going to be hitting up a bit of Matic for you Matic guys out there. I see Rikanesh is in the chat there requesting XRP and Matic, so you're going to get a bit of Matic for my altcoin of the day today there, my good sir. And then we're doing a bit of Rune. And then after that, guys, we're going to do my altcoin request part of the show. And you know what you do there? You basically smash your altcoin request in the chat, and I do some live T8 for you on air. Once we're done with all that stuff, yeah, well, that'd be the end of the stream. I don't know where I was going with that, but let's just get into it, guys. Fear and Greed Index, we're going to be touching on that as well. Also, Bitcoin dominance, because that is going down. Now, we need a bit of a like target. Just drop my pen. We need a bit of a like target coming through here, guys. We've already got 7 likes. Pretty unreal. I'm gonna set the like target today. Actually, we'll do 50 likes, guys. 50 likes, pretty achievable, pretty good. And what I do want to say is, subscriber-wise, hello, good morning, 2,000. We absolutely smashed through this yesterday, guys. So this is basically me saying thank you for all your likes continuously throughout the streams, throughout the videos. They really do help push the channel and bring basically more people into crypto. So yeah, it's really doing really well. So yeah, thank you ever so much for your likes. They do not go unappreciated at all. Let's do some shout outs. We've got Phoenix coming in, we've got Leader Crypto, we've got Scrooge McD, we've got Kev, we've got Joseph, we've got Ali, we've got Nikki empowering the voices of tomorrow. Go check her channel out, pretty good stuff going on there. Slothbag, we've got Kuba, we've got Joseph yet again. How are you today, my good sir? A glass of epic bulky mango juice all over. Today I have actually got a smoothie. It's pineapple, banana, and coconut. Not quite a mango smoothie today, but still a smoothie nonetheless. We've got Rishikesh, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Rishikesh and Phoenix Raza, Louis, and Leader Crypto. Bang, come on, my guy. Let's go to the goddamn moon. Without further ado, let's get straight on with things, guys. Now, Bitcoin on the hourly. I just want to talk about what the hell this was yesterday. I literally went out for literally 5 minutes. I'm in the office watching crypto, trading crypto all day long, doing work as well. And then I'm like, okay, it's been pretty sideways. Nothing really crazy going on. It's been a bit of a boring day. Then I don't know. I leave the office for literally like 5 minutes. Boom. Crypto absolutely takes a tank in the space of this. This happened in literally 1 minute, guys. I'll show you. This happened in 1 minute. It's crazy stuff. And he swore then. But yeah, you can see on the 5-minute chart, you can see that massive dip there. And this is obviously just either a giant whale selling off a lump or just pure cold-hearted manipulation, guys. Most manipulated asset here. Obviously cold-hearted manipulation. That's the 5-minute. Let's jump to the 1 minute and let's just see how this reacted on the 1 minute. If I can get to it, I can find it. Obviously going to be yeah, look at this. This is just crazy. I was looking at this earlier. It's just crazy. To do this in the space of literally 1 minute, guys, it really is bad. Right? It really is bad. And 14 likes already, guys. Really do appreciate that coming through. As you can see, at 1 minute to 6 o'clock, start of the hour with a candle, we absolutely just tanked it down all the way from literally 62,400, that sort of area, all the way down to 60,400. Literally like $2,000, pretty much $2,000 in the space of a minute, in the space of 1 minute, guys, which is really, it's really unhealthy for us to be doing that. In terms of percentages, like for an asset to jump down 3.3% in the space of a minute, it's really not that good. Granted, yes, we did see that buyback coming through there. Not too bad. But when you're seeing a buyback coming through after a massive dump like that, it's just confirmation it was manipulation, dumping down, scaring everyone, and then just buying it back. Simple as that, guys. So yeah, just wanted to touch on that ever so quickly before we did jump to the short-term time frame there. I just want to jump to... It's going to be annoying. Yep, there we go. We'll go to the end. As you can see here, guys, whale games low. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff there. Hey, you says at 6:15 they ordered their Lambo. Yes, sir, they did. Now, let's talk about this symmetrical triangle chart pattern that we were talking about over the last week or so, it's been pretty reliable stuff in terms of a level of resistance to the top side here. As you can see here, pretty good stuff to the downside. Bang, bang, bang. We know that's a massive level of resistance there. Now, hello, we're back onto that trend line. We were flirting with the idea of it yesterday, but we didn't quite break it, right? Until that dirty minute of hell. Till the dirty minute of hell, which threw us all the way back down into the trap zone here of this symmetrical triangle that we have coming through for the last few weeks, right? Very interesting stuff, because if you were looking for a bounce point, you would have basically found it here. Very good stuff indeed. Now, from there, obviously, we saw the buyback. We did see the resistance actually play out from this trend line, from that all-time high, or not all-time high point there, from the most recent lower high from the all-time high there, which was actually quite bullish because we did invalidate this bad boy coming through here. But from there, we've just kind of been trending down, guys. Confidence hasn't really been there, which is, to be honest, it's quite surprising considering the fear and greed index and stuff like that. It's just a bit low, right? But remember what I was saying. I actually haven't brought my other charts. Remember what I was saying yesterday about the open interest and the leverage ratio, the exchange leverage ratio, right? Did we see how high that was yesterday on the charts? That basically means, guys, there's a lot of leverage contracts open, a lot of futures contracts open, and that basically means that the whales are sat there like, right, time to manipulate the hell out of the markets, guys. And this is basically what we just saw yesterday. So open interest and stuff like that is still fairly high. I might try and bring it up on my other screen, actually, because I forgot to do that. But yeah, so while I'm bringing that up, we'll just carry on talking about this, because obviously we did see a dump coming through this morning, and we did see this trend line actually get tested. In terms of a level of support, we have found that once already. Now we're finding it again. Not looking so bad, but what I do want to say here, guys, if we do not find support here on this 200 EMA, which we're currently testing, then we're probably going to be taking another wave down here. We're probably going to be taking another wave down, and then we're going to be forming some sort of a miniature symmetrical triangle looking like so. Then we could be looking at some sort of breakout scenario like that. But to be honest with you, with the way that it's all behaving right now, I really wouldn't be surprised if we started to come down for a bit, right? I really wouldn't be surprised if we start to come down for a bit. Just because we have been literally banging it up recently, like absolute crazy, right? I mean, we can't just keep going up, guys. We need pullbacks. We need to be healthy. When I say healthy, I don't mean this dirty minute of hell coming through there. Have some water. Didn't announce that I was going to have a drink. Slothbag says, and people say there's no manipulation. It's an Elliott wave. Brilliant stuff there, man. Brilliant stuff. But yeah, what I would say, guys, definite point to be watching over the next few hours is this 200 EMA. You can see the support that we did find on it before, as well as this this lovely trend line. This in terms of downward sloping support line currently now. But what I want to say, Nico says, do you think the Solana has money or way to run? Money or way to run? You asking me if Solana's run is over? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do think Solana has got huge gains to be made, right? Huge gains to be made. And I think we're going to see some big spikes over the next few weeks or so. I must say that. Obviously not financial advice, guys. Please go do your own research. But yeah, I do think, put it this way, I've got some money in Solana. Put it that way. But yeah, 200 EMA here on Bitcoin for the hourly. Let's smash through this now. 200 EMA for the hourly. If we can hold support on that, I would be looking at a 10 simple target of around 62,100, 60,200. To be honest with you, if we don't hold that, I would easily expect it to be coming down here yet again at 61,371. That's probably the most likely sort of scenario here. The way we are trending down, the way that we are setting really congruent lows here. Obviously, I'm not going to be taking this into consideration here, guys. I'm going to be taking low in terms of trends here. This is going to be a new low here, so it is, in fact, bearish. So we would be looking to come down and test this level again on the short term, and that's going to be around 61,264. But what I would say with that also, we do have potential for a bullish divergence coming through there. Bullish divergence coming through there with the way that and how low that this has reacted compared to that dirty wick to the downside that we just saw, that filthy minute of hell. So yeah, it's definitely a point to be watching there, because if we are going to see any sort of reversal there, it could even be before that we get, we could even come all the way down to 60,500, and this bullish divergence is still going to basically be valid there, guys. So just please take that into account. It doesn't mean we're just going to bang it to the absolute moon from here. On the short term, what I would say is we do have quite a lot of breathing room here. We do have quite a lot of breathing room for this bullish divergence here. But what I would say is, as I was saying there, we do have quite a lot of support coming through from this trend line. So this is definitely a point to be watching. 63, and it does correlate very well with the end of the symmetrical triangle. And it's going to be 61,318 as a bounce point if we are going to keep coming down there. Interesting stuff there. Someone looking fresh today. Plumber has arrived. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I did have a little trim of the old haircut on the weekend. Do appreciate you coming through, Ivo. Do appreciate you, man. But yeah, yeah. Thanks for saying I look fresh. Didn't have a good night's sleep either. It was pretty terrible. I think because I've got a sore throat again, right? For you guys that like an update on my health. I'm going to be moving on to the midterm for Bitcoin. But yeah, I've got a sore throat again. So this sore throat thing is just continuous, right? So I think there's something wrong with my immune system. So basically, I'm going to start taking extra iron and extra B12, and hopefully that's going to basically sort me out. Because I can't carry on like this. I get ill like every week, and it's soul destroying, to be honest with you. Yeah, in terms of this Garn fan pattern that we are looking at here on the 4 hour for Bitcoin, the midterm coming through, we were discussing the idea of holding a mass level of support here. Let's get rid of these moving averages for now for a sec, right? We were talking about holding a mass level of support on this zone. We did lose it, obviously. Massive minute dump to the downside there. And now, unfortunately, guys, we have actually lost that again, right? We have actually lost that again, around 62,286 there. So what I would say, Matt just says, eat more fruit. This channel is literally based on fruit. Juicy mango. Literally, that's what we say on this channel. So I eat loads of fruit, honestly. I do my 5 a day every single day without fail. And also my 5 veggies as well. So it's very frustrating. And I gym like every other day as well, near enough every day. So yeah, it's really not good. My immune system, I'm lacking in something. So maybe it's iron, maybe it's B12. It's something. So yeah, I need to up my immune system game. Bearish on my immune system right now. Yeah, in terms of finding a nice level of support here, guys, we actually need to get a nice, probably next 4 hour candle close, probably above this 62,392. That, as you can see, masses, big hair in my peripheral. You can see this is actually a massive level of resistance here, guys. So it's definitely going to be a point to be thinking about, because if we do actually get a close below here, we could actually see another leg down here for Bitcoin on the midterm there, which, to be honest with you, isn't the best scenario here. It's really not the best scenario here. But in terms of finding the lower side of that Garn fan, yet again, it's going to be one of one here, guys. And that's going to be probably around 57, 58K. And we don't really want to touch that zone, because if we go down there, then we're going to be challenging, well, first things first, we're going to validate this high low here, and that's obviously going to be bearish if we do that. And then we're going to be challenging the most recent low there in terms of the downtrend from the all-time high there. And we really don't want that, guys. If we do see us coming down to these sorts of levels here, then it will be absolute filth, right? There's going to be mud pies made with the mud. It's going to be dirty, absolutely awful. WTF 5, in Australia the rule is 2. How much for a Chesterfield NFT? That is quite disturbing, my good sir. But yeah, in terms of a bounce point, if we do see crypto absolutely just tank it down, this is definitely going to be a point to be looking out for. 56,800, just going on this trend line here, and you can see the level of support that we have seen on here multiple times here. Really, really good stuff coming through. So yeah, definitely a point to be looking out for if we do actually come down there. And to be honest, guys, overall on the macro scale here, we're still very bullish. Everyone's still really, really bullish here. So even if we do come down to these 56 sorts of levels here, I would definitely expect a buyback, because when we're setting new all-time highs here for Bitcoin, people are just constantly looking for cheaper prices here. And that's why when we're seeing us coming down like so, you can see the buybacks are really, really quite fast. You can see this wick coming down like so. Massive, massive buyback yesterday. Massive, massive buyback. Massive buybacks are just coming through. So big dogs, the big dogs in the park, the big dogs in the park are waiting for those lower prices to buy, right? So yes, so just be cautious for that. If we do come down to this 56 sort of area there, I would expect big bounces, big buying scenarios coming through there. In terms of referencing the RSI, this is interesting stuff, guys, because you can see the correlative bounce point in terms of bouncing here, right? It's pretty good stuff coming through. So yeah, definitely a point to be looking out for. If we lose this zone, guys, it's going to be pretty bad. We're probably looking at some sort of sell-off, and it's probably going to be quite rapid here. I wouldn't think it's going to be like insanely huge, like in terms of actual price action, but in terms of moving the RSI quite rapidly in sort of a vertical sort of direction, you would need like a really big spike in the volume, a really big sell-off coming through there, a bit of a panic sell, and then basically that's going to bring the RSI here on the midterm right down to the completion of this measure move to the oversold point, and that's when the buyback's going to occur. If that is going to occur, then guys, then obviously that's probably going to correlate pretty well with this lower part of this Garn fan, this higher low here, and no, sorry, this lower low point here, or either this higher low point here. So it's definitely a couple of things to be looking out for there. If we do lose this lower side here of this of the RSI, this cheeky little symmetrical triangle pattern that we are looking for there. Interesting stuff coming through. Let me have a little sip of the water, and then we're going to carry on here. We're going to look at the MACD actually, see what's coming through there. That's some good. Now, you can see we do have a bit of a trend cycle coming through here as well. So there is actually potential for a reversal here in terms of the trend. Going to be interesting to see if this does happen. If the reversal is going to happen there, guys, then perfectly, well, not perfectly, it's going to be a bounce here on the RSI. It's also going to be a bounce here coming up and finding support on this horizontal. And you know what happens when we find support on this horizontal? We go to the goddamn moon. So yeah, hopefully we can do that. That's going to be very, very progressive and good if we can do that. But yeah, a couple of things to be looking out for there in terms of cycles on the MACD. Moving on to the longer term time frame with Bitcoin. I'm basically trying to smash up Bitcoin, guys, just so I can do more requests for you, because I know a lot of you love your requests, right? And 24 likes, unreal, guys. Do appreciate all your likes coming through, and it has drastically helped the actual look at that, the subscriber count going crazy. So yeah, it has drastically helped the subscriber count, guys. We hit 2,000 subscribers yesterday, absolutely unreal. Gained like 70 today, so it's just honestly, I really, really do appreciate all your likes coming through, and the audience is just growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and our community is getting stronger and stronger as we go. The CC gang is present out here. So yeah, I figure that's the name now. It's taken a while to get it, but yeah, moving on to Bitcoin here on the longer term time frame. Same sort of thing as yesterday, guys. We've got the volume profile visible range coming through here. You can see very, very big levels coming through as we have been testing these quite a few over the last few days or so. Massive levels to be tested here. We still haven't broken this level. If we lose this level here around this 60,000, it's going to be really, really bad, just because we're going to lose the 21, we're going to lose the volume weighted ATR band here on the daily, and we know how crucial that is for the continuation to the upside here for Bitcoin. If we lose that, guys, I would definitely expect us to be coming down to this 56, 57 sort of area there. And to be honest, even if that does happen, it's still not the end of the world, just because we are insanely bullish and we have seen massive pump ups recently. Let me get rid of the volume profile visible range for a second, just because I want to go through this ever so slightly. You can see in September, right? You can see September, we actually saw a massive crash to start off with, and then we were setting lower lows, and then the higher lows got set. Lower low got set, higher lows are being set at this point in time. If we do see any more reversal, guys, it's still fine for us to be setting a lower low in terms of another wave down on the dailies, right? If we do set another wave down, even to the 55 to 55, even to the 55 moving average, and also the 55,000 level, we can easily bounce up from there, and it still be a healthy uptrend to finish. That's absolutely fine, guys. And remember, guys, we have still hit that all-time high, so it's not out the question, it's not out the park, and I'm still bullish even if we come down to these areas, right? I'm still bullish coming through there, and there is a massive level of support, actually, looking at it, probably around, I'd probably bang it around there at 59,100. So yeah, it's just the 60K sort of area there, guys. That's definitely a point to be looking at. Say it pretty, please. What has LR said? Congratulations on 2K subs, Lively Chester. Come on. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate that. Disturbing is a conservative word, Chester, for that NFT. Interesting, man. Do you think we'll see another alt bleeding against BTC like in November? To be honest, yesterday I would have actually said yes, but today, looking at the Bitcoin dominance and how we've actually lost this major level of support here, it looks like we're actually going to take a leg down here for the Bitcoin dominance. We do have another reversal point coming through, which we have tested already. As you can see there, it's going to be around 42%, 42.61% there. But if we have seen this downtrend is basically continuing, so it's really not too bad. And what I would expect here is to probably consolidate here. So the alts are probably going to go sideways for a bit against BTC, and then we're probably going to set a lower high as we have here. And then I would be looking at continuation to the downside, right? I really would. And that basically means, in answer to your question there, Joe, it basically means that the alts are probably going to run up, right? The alts are really going to probably run up. And I really would be looking at a lot of the blockchain alts, right? A lot of the blockchain alts, they're going to be doing insanely well, like we have been seeing with DOT, Solana. Matic's actually doing well at the moment. I think OMG's doing well today as well. So yeah, there's a couple of things, blockchain networks, blockchain altcoins that are really I think they're really going to run up because they're getting ever so more hosted on, right? So yeah, a few things to be thinking about there, but I do think alts, they are going to be taking a run up soon. They are due it as well, guys. They are really due it. Want to watch XMR. And I do think XMR is gonna, sorry, that's Maker. I do think XMR is just we're gonna have like probably a 10 or 20% day soon. So yeah, just stay tuned for that, and just be aware for huge breakouts coming through for the XMR coin. And that's Monero, guys, if you want to go do some research on that. Very good usage as well. Well, not the best usage in the world, but it's it's used heavily on the black market, and we know that's where basically Bitcoin and stuff sort of originated. So so yeah, what I would say is that is definitely going to take a big run up soon, and also the supply is like, it's low. It's really low. To be fair, I do want to actually check the supply on that just ever so quickly on the other side, on the other screen, because I think that would be good for you guys to know as well. It's, put it this way, it's in the millions. It's in the millions, and we know what happens when the supplies are in the millions, and it's like, I can't remember what place it is in terms of the crypto race here on the what's it called, coin market cap coming through there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's 42nd here with a market cap of 4.7 billion. So seriously, drastically underpriced here. I really do think Monero is going to absolutely bang it, right? And I do really hold quite a lot of it. Just want to check the supply there. But yeah, so back to Bitcoin for a second here, guys. As I was saying, those are the mass levels of support that we are looking for. In terms of rounded blue box zones here, guys, for the Ultra members, we are still kind of waiting here in this flaccid sort of area, waiting for a nice clearance point of one of these major points coming through there, and then we're going to be entering some sort of long or short position there. So stay tuned. I keep saying stay tuned for that today. But yeah, the last long that we did get involved with, around 15% there. So yeah, really quite good. Maybe it's going to be a short if we lose this down around 55. Who knows? We'll see what's going on there. But yeah, we'll just have to sit and wait for that. Yeah, circulating supply of Monero is 18 million. There's only 18 million of them. Go get yourself a load of them, because they're going to be highly priced soon. I'm joking. Nothing says much advice, guys. If you want to go buy them, go buy them. If you don't. I don't care. Do you? But yeah, so give us 100% coin, please. 1000%, sorry. I think it's illegal too, but XMR here in Oz. Interesting. Yeah, metaverse coins are actually doing really well as well. I do think that's definitely something to be looking at. And we started off a little game coin thread in the NFT chat yesterday on Telegram. If you guys haven't joined that, the link is in the description, I do believe. The NFT coin chat that we were talking about. I want to do like a pinned message with like a massive list of all the gaming and metaverse coins, because I do think they're obviously going to be taking huge leg ups. Sorry, I just read Ivor's message. Interesting. Brilliant. Okay, didn't know that. I might stay clear, however. Yeah, moving on, guys. Let's get to, it's saying YouTube is lagging me out. Hopefully it's not too bad. Let me my altcoins of the day, I guess. Fear and greed index quickly. We'll do. We're flirting around the idea of this 70 sort of 60 area. It's not really too mental. Do you know what I mean? It's chill, but still open interest high. I was getting my other charts. That wasn't like open interest is high. Open interest is high, so that means obviously the whales are looking to manipulate, which is what we saw yesterday with that dirty minute candle coming through there. Joining the NFT coin chat, respect. No worries. Obviously, guys, you all know why we're here. We're here to make money. It's as simple as that. If we can do that together, amazing stuff. But obviously, you know the whole score of nothing I say, financial advice, all that jazz. Please go do your own research. All that good stuff coming through there. Now, yeah, that chart's not loading very well on that screen. I think it's lagging out the whole thing. So, yeah, we're going to get rid of that. Not good. But yeah, moving on to my altcoins of the day, guys. This is 3 altcoins that I have chosen to showcase to you today for potential positions for you guys to go do your own research on, and also some potential T8 for you guys to be educating yourself on as well in terms of breakout positions coming through. Now, we're going to be starting off with my first altcoin of the day, and that's going to be Maker. It's going to be a bit of Maker. So we're going to zoom out, and I'm going to have a sip of the water, and then we're going to basically dive straight in. The first altcoin that I've chosen to showcase to you guys today is going to be a bit of MKR coming through here. As you can see, all-time highs coming through, sat around that 6,328. As you can see from there, guys, we've had mass levels of resistance basically playing out continuously. Here, what we've seen recently is actually really quite progressive, and I will get to that when we zoom in a bit in terms of a breakout scenario. But you can see on the lower side here, we've got massive levels of support as well. So if we are going to be coming down at all here, massive crashes coming through, we know we've got 2,293 as a massive level of support, and that is gradually rising as we come up. But comparing the current price now around 3,060 there compared to the all-time high, we've still got literally over 100% to go there. So yeah, if the gains are really going to come in here, this is definitely one to watch, because I think it definitely has been lacking in terms of price action. Not recently, because we have seen parabolic motions coming through there, but just over the course since this insane May crash coming through there, what I would say is we haven't really set congruent higher lows that have really banged us to the moon, really. It's just been continuously challenging them along this sort of level, around that 2,200 sort of level, where a lot of the other altcoins did actually come up here, invalidate a lot of these lower highs from the previous all-time high there, and then actually saw continuation to the upside. That's what a lot of these main coins have been doing. And now I think basically what Maker is doing, MKR, is basically playing a bit of catch up, right? In terms of a breakout scenario, this is why it's basically claimed my altcoin of the day today. We're literally sat in one. We're sat in one right now on a retest, looking for that golden pocket entry, that golden goose, that money-making entry coming through there. In terms of a long position, this is something I will be looking for here. In terms of a measure move, this is what I'm looking for. Very good, very progressive, looking for a price of around 3,853 there. In terms of a percentage for this gain, when we do have the continuation to the upside, it's 25 goddamn percent. It's insane gains to the upside, guys. So yeah, definitely a position that I'm going to be looking out for. Obviously, you know the score with the whole staggering your take profits all the way up. We're not just going to go to the goddamn moon here. We're probably going to have some reversals coming through as well. And as you can see, mass level of support on this level here, but also big swings of resistance as well. When we lost this zone before, big swings of resistance. So if we actually come up to this zone and we hit our first take profit, we take our stop loss, we move it to our entry point, and then if we do come down, we've already taken a massive lump of profit, guys, and it's still going to be a profitable trade at the end of the day. And that's what you do when you're going for these 25%ers here. You stagger your take profits basically all the way up there. And then if you do get any sort of reversal, you're actually prepared. You've already taken profit, and you're not greedy, because greed is not your friend in this game. But yeah, in terms of that's the breakout scenario that I would be looking for the daily. In terms of an entry, it's looking pretty golden right now. What I would say here is probably wait until the daily. I would be waiting here for the daily candle close here, because you can see we're on a daily pullback. If we can get a daily close above this pretty crucial trend line from the all-time highs there, then it's definitely a point to be looking out for. To be honest, just looking at it there, I would actually probably do something along the lines of this and get a bit of a trap zone coming through there, because you can see these wicks to the top side here, and yeah, you can see the support that we're literally let's go, it's probably around like that. That's the parallel sort of level. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, we're literally sat in that trap zone right now. So I probably really would be waiting until we got a daily candle close, probably above this 3,279 before any sort of crazy entry going through there. That's what I would be looking for congruency. But let's jump down to the shorter term time frame, because there is a lot going on. Because as you can see here, guys, huge spike up in the volume, crazy stuff. What we did see yesterday, I do believe. You know what happens when we see this, guys. You know the analogy. You know Mount Everest. We know Mount Everest. We talk about this quite a lot. When we're climbing Mount Everest, big mountain here, guys, biggest in the world, we want that base camp one. We want the consolidation. We want to chill out. When we're going parabolic, this is not good. This is not good at all. You're not going to run up Mount Everest, are you? You're going to gradually walk. You're going to gradually walk. But if you're running, you need to rest. You need to rest at base camp 1 before taking another leg up to base camp 2. And that's basically what we're looking for here, guys. We're looking for a nice bit of consolidation along this sort of zone, and then we're looking for a nice juicy leg up from there, stagger and take profits all the way up, looking pretty progressive. Now let me jump down even to a smaller term time frame, because there is right now is a bit of a falling wedge chart pattern, I would say, guys. A falling wedge chart pattern, and obviously we are it's very steep, and very steep coming through here, guys. What I would say from this high is that if we are seeing falling wedge chart pattern like so, then we basically need to take into consideration that these usually break to the upside. And this is a minor sort of breakout scenario that we are seeing here. Just so you know, this isn't trend line. That's the measure move from before. So the breakout that we are seeing right now is looking something along the lines of this. In terms of measure move completion, we're near enough there, guys. Measure move completion is going to be around 3,100 for simplicity's sake. So yeah, interesting stuff. Definitely a few things to be looking out for there. But that is going to be your daily update today on MKR. Yeah, so that's my first altcoin of the day covered there, guys. Hopefully you guys can take a nice insight from that, because there's money coming through there. Crypto says, Chester, or Chetser, enjoy camping much? To be honest, man, I actually really do. I love going out into the wild and surviving. I love all that stuff. It's cool. Very primal instinct, right? What's next? Let me have a look at the chat there. Can you please take a look at Theta? Solana about to do a number to 257. Slothbag saying, it just won't come down. Lee Rico, nice to see you on the stream there, Lee. Bit of dot. Engine coin just went to the goddamn moon, apparently. I'm going to do my altcoins of the day, guys, and then we're going to be smashing through some requests. My next altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you is Matic. Hey, you says, gonna have to watch that one again, I think. Hey, brother, man, don't you sweat it. I record these when I'm doing them, and then I upload them as separate videos later on. So, so you can basically wait probably an hour after this stream, and I will have this video all set up for you. And if you guys did want to join, I basically have created a new Telegram. It's called the Crypto Chester feed, right? And basically, I post all my content in there, and it's just in a line. So you can basically just keep going through. You keep talking about base camps. Yeah, to be honest, man, I do actually want to climb Everest one day. That'd be quite cool. So it's on the old bucket list. Really afraid of heights, but I do want to climb Everest. So it's going to be an interesting time, that time of my life. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, I do have a Crypto Chester feed, guys, if you do want to check that out on Telegram. I don't know if it's in the description. I don't know if I've added it yet. But yeah, that's where basically all the content gets posted and stuff like that. If not, we got the community chat in the Telegram, in the description of the video there, guys. Let's move on. Moving on to my second altcoin of the day that I have chosen to showcase to you today. It's Matic. Bit of polygony. Interesting stuff. Let me zoom right the way out and let's start this. Let's start this right now because there's going to be a huge move for Matic coming, guys. The second altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today is going to be a bit of Matic network. Bit of Matic coming through here, guys. As you can see, we've got all-time highs coming through at around that $2.69. Amazing number, 69. We do have an ascending triangle coming through, guys, and they tend to usually break to the upside. We have seen this happen. We've seen the breakout happen. The resistance here didn't get formed, and we formed support and banged it right the way up. Now, what are we talking about now, guys? Because we're still part of this measure move. Interesting stuff. As you can see, the measure move that we are looking for here for the completion is still huge, guys. It is really quite big. We haven't actually completed that yet. So that is giving us a bit of an inkling that we are looking for another leg up. In terms of another trade here, which you could be looking for if you miss this Matic run up, what I would say is we've got a measure move here all the way up to around this $2.28. We are actually forming another ascending triangle coming through here on the shorter term time frames. And we know ascending triangles, especially at the top of the trend there, they usually tend to break to the upside, guys. So it's definitely a point to be looking out for when we actually come to this this $2 and $2.14 there. Definitely a point to be looking out for. You can see the V-Vela resistance that we have seen here. If we come up here and we test it and we're looking to break, hello, money. Hello, money. In terms of a measure move from the top of that symmetrical triangle from before, we're looking around 37%. In terms of the next trade position that you are looking for, if you didn't get involved with Matic, it could be a nice little 5, near enough a 6% swing there, looking pretty progressive. In terms of a measure move there, it's really not looking too bad. And the reasoning for this is, guys, is because it's probably going to overtake the top side of this measure move. So what are we going to do? We're going to be using the top side at 5% for a nice take profit point, right? That's going to be a lovely take profit point. As we know the deal, staggering the take profits all the way up. Another take profit at this wick, because we know there's definitely a reversal point to be, because it did reverse there from before. So yeah, take profit point at $2.22. That next take profit point is going to be at $2.28, and then to complete the measure move coming through, it's going to be around 11% gain there, guys. So it's really quite something you don't really want to be missing out for. And to be honest with you, we know how Matic's been behaving recently. Very, very progressive, very, very bullish, looking really, really quite good. I would just say we just need to clear over this level here, and that's going to activate the breakout scenario. But in terms of uptrend, guys, we've got high lows being set. Very, very nice stuff indeed. Even this manipulative wick to the downside here, banged it off the 55 moving average. You can see the support actually on the 55 moving average, which we've been getting quite a lot here on the 4 hour. So if we do actually see any sort of break to the downside here, we know we've probably got a lovely, lovely bounce point sat around this $1.90 there. And I still think that's seriously underpriced for Matic there. But that is going to be your daily Matic update. Not the biggest video in the world, not the biggest altcoin update, but still value, free value. But yeah, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day here. It's Thursday. It's the 4th of November here, and 7 degrees in England. It's freezing. It's freezing. 38 likes as well, guys. Absolutely amazing. Killing it out here. In terms of subscriber count, we banged 2K yesterday. Really good. And we just lost 2 subs. Amazing. No, it's absolutely fine, guys. We hit 2,000 subscribers yesterday, so do really appreciate that coming through. Now, let's move through to my third and final altcoin of the day today, guys. It's going to be a bit of Rune. It's going to be a bit of Rune. And this is interesting. This is what I call interest. Right, let me zoom out a bit, guys. The third and final altcoin that I've chosen to showcase to you today is a bit of Rune. As you can see here, guys, all-time high from Rune coming through at around $20. You can see the resistance point that we have found along this trend line. Very, very, very congruent. We did actually bang this to the goddamn moon from there, seeing completion of not the biggest measure move in the world, but still something to go off. Still nice profit made there. Very good stuff indeed. Now, what have we seen from there, guys? We've basically seen a very nice bit of continuation of a trend. Pretty steep, pretty parabolic, pretty much Everest, guys. Pretty much we're climbing Everest in this sort of scenario here. Didn't really actually chill out for a bit. We're still just keep on trying up. And to be honest, when we see this happening, we actually get really quite overexhausted. And we can see an example of that on the RSI. Seriously overbought. It's too much, right? It's too much. We need a sell-off. We need a comfortable sell-off. And it makes me want to drop down to the 4-hour chart here, just because now we've seen this uptrend coming through. We've got some very nice trend lines, as you can see, guys. We've got mass levels of support along this zone to the lower side here. Very, very good stuff indeed. Unfortunately, we're actually losing that zone right now. So this is definitely something to be looking out for, guys. And we'll get to that very, very shortly. You can see the resistance on the top side here, which has been holding us back multiple times here when we're seeing, granted, yeah, we are setting higher high after higher high after higher high, looking really quite progressive in terms of this uptrend. But you can only do that for so long until you get some sort of dirty reversal, right? So yeah, what we are looking at right now is a rising wedge pattern, guys. And rising wedge patterns, they tend to usually break to the downside, right? You can see this this $16.83 is definitely a congruent point that we have actually seen resistance off previously there. Yeah, as you can see, there massive resistance along this zone that back down in May. You can see the support that we actually find on that zone, though. So if we can actually bang that to the moon there, we could actually see a nice big spike up, and that could basically bring us to the top side of this rising wedge pattern. But to be honest with you, right now, we're actually in a breakout to the downside, guys. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to actually react, because we're actually got the volume weighted ATR band coming through there. Let me get rid of the moving averages for now, because this is quite interesting stuff, right? As you can see, guys, volume weighted ATR band coming through. Very, very useful tool, as you can see there, in terms of consolidation, in terms of riding that level of support there, in terms of testing that level of support continuously. Really, really good. Where are we now? We're sat on it. We're literally sat on it. We've tested this multiple times now. Multiple times now. If we lose this zone, when we test something for so long, we're likely to break down, guys. So if we lose this zone, there's definitely going to be a breakdown here for Rune. We're overextended. We've been going up for a long time. And even if we do come down to this level here, first take profit point is going to be this higher low point here. I should probably bang another one in. Yeah, probably around there, actually. You can see the resistance actually coming through from there. So it's definitely going to be a level of support to be looking out for. But what I would say there, completion of the measure move is actually going to line up really quite perfectly with that previous higher low there. So even if we do get down there, guys, it's actually still quite healthy for this uptrend. We could easily basically bounce from here. So yeah, I would actually be looking for a nice short position coming through here on Rune. And you can see the volume weighted ATR band coming through on the lower side here as a level of support there. Very, very good stuff on the hourly. Definitely something to be looking out for there as well in terms of the take profit point. The stars are really quite aligning for this short position for Rune. Very, very nice, actually. Very, very nice, I would say. Now, moving across, let me bring up the moving averages yet again, because I do have some more information to offlay to you there on the hourly. As you can see, we're currently testing the 200 EMA as well, lining up with the volume weighted ATR band on the 4 hour, and that's basically obviously a massive level of support as well there, guys. So if we do lose that, it's looking even more likely for a big sell-off here for Rune and the continuation of this downtrend. So yeah, it's actually looking quite nice. Even if we do get a pullback to the upside here for Rune and we find a level of support on the 200, this downtrend is still quite strong to get over this previous lower high there at $15.34. That's going to be the point to really be looking for that congruent sort of reversal in the trend there, and then we can really talk about getting back inside of this rising wedge chart pattern. But if not, definitely huge short position to be looking out for, around an 8.73% in terms of that measure move there. Really quite good stuff. But yeah, definitely a few things to be keeping your eyes on there for today, guys, in terms of Rune. But yeah, that's going to be your daily Rune update today. Now, moving through to the chat, as you can see there. Matic is indeed looking progressive. Yes, it is, ma'am. Roger coming through saying, what up, Chester, my man. Come on, my brother. Come on, man, do appreciate you coming through. Joseph saying, Sand and Vet TA, please. Yeah, I'm sure we can touch on that. Was that all my altcoins today? That was all of them. That was all of them. Heroto says, just in to say hello and press like. Hello to you, and thank you for supporting the channel, my good sir. Do appreciate the likes coming through. And the likes really do pump up the numbers, guys. We have really seen that recently in terms of smashing this 2K subscriber target there. Really, really killing it, I must say. Really, really killing it. So yeah, your likes really do not go unappreciated there. So we're going to have some more water, and then we're going to get to the altcoin request part of the show, and this is where you guys, you put your altcoin requests in the chat, and basically, I do live TA for you for probably, I don't know how long I've been streaming now. It's really weird, it's got rid of that side bit, that's not good. I haven't got background music on either. Let's take the chill vibes to a whole new level. Chill vibes to a whole new level. Let me know if the music's too loud as well there, guys. Alright, yeah, I've been going for 43 minutes there. So, we're probably going to do it half an hour here. A good half hour of nice altcoin requests there, guys. So really, just start spamming that chat with altcoin requests there. Ali says, 2K with a woo. Yeah, man, 2K absolutely smashed it. Really, really cool stuff. We actually hit that yesterday. So to gain like nearly 70 subscribers in literally like 2 days. So yeah, really, really crazy. Ah, altcoin madness. Says, hey you. The chat is a bit lagged as well, guys. Vet and Sand, says Joseph. Let's do a bit of VeChain, shall we? Do a little bit of Vet. Hello, Money. How are you? Money. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. We're here to make goddamn paper. Paper. Start off on the daily, shall we, for Vet? Because, hello, giant breakout, ascending triangle here, guys. Looking for a breakout scenario of around 42%. They're really quite progressive. Did a video on this yesterday, looking really quite good for the future. If we can clear this $14.50, I would say Vet overall today, it's actually pumped quite a lot, like 3 or 4% there. Seeing quite good progression there for Vet. I would say also this grey box zone that we've got coming through, this is an area. This is an area of resistance, right? It's a big area of resistance in terms of lower highs from this first giant May crash there. First giant May crash. It crashed first in April, and then obviously the second crypto crash coming through, the 50% withdrawal. 50% withdrawal. Your voice is low. My good sir, I'm maxing out my microphone, so I think your volume is low, my good sir. Yeah, so Vet in general here, guys, definitely a breakout scenario to be looking out for. In terms of percentages, looking around 42% there for this breakout. Now, looking at this on a smaller scale here, we could be looking at, it's going to get quite messy here, guys. But remember that this grey box zone that I was talking about here on the longer term time frame, this is definitely a point of resistance or support. You can see that we're actually finding a heavy level of support on it. Seeing that progression to the upside, looking pretty good. What I would be looking for is we're getting ever so close to this breakout scenario here of that giant, humongous 42% breakout. I think it was there. So yeah, not looking too bad. But what I would say, let's get rid of these trend lines for now. Not that one. Let's get rid of these trend lines for now. Make it a bit more visually appealing for the end consumer. As you can see here, guys, we do have a massive level of support in terms of this trend line here. And this is definitely, it's an upward sloping support line. And we're coiling up into this sort of zone here. So we could be looking at a very minor breakout coming through. So if we are jumping down to the hourly time frame, we could be looking at a little bit of a cheeky ascending triangle here, guys. If we are going to be looking at an ascending triangle coming through like so, we could be looking at a bit of a tiny, not big, not huge, but it's going to be acting as a double breakout scenario here for Vet. So it's going to be another position to be looking out for there, definitely for the future, for today, because we're actually on a nice pullback as well. So I would be looking for around a 6.25% gain there. Obviously, you know the score, staggering those take profits all the way up. So yeah, not looking too bad for Vet. Definitely something to be looking out for in terms of a breakout scenario for the rest of the day there. Just going to be flagging that one. Amazing stuff indeed. Now, moving on to what's next, guys? What's next? AXS. I think. A bit of Axie. I think. Bit of Axie. Axie Infinity. Why am I on CDF? CFD. What is that? Commodity times. Oh yeah, I was testing out a new strategy on that. Very, very progressive. I'm just going to do some TA, guys. I'm probably going to record this one as well. So let me jump to the daily and see if we can get some fresh. This is still going up. What the hell, man? This is crazy. It's crazy, man. Hey, man. It's getting a bit too crazy now. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Now, right here. We're actually going to start on the monthly. Damn. Right. Mental. We'll do the weekly. Mental. I'm here to give you a daily update today on AXS, a bit of Axie coming through there. You can see here, starting off on the weekly, humongous uptrend coming through. Nice bit of consolidation, nice uptrend consolidation, uptrend consolidation. We are in a bit of a consolidatory zone here on the weekly in terms of referencing the weekly candles here, guys. I know on the dailies and I know on the hourlies and the 4 hours and stuff like that, we're really looking quite progressive right now. But in terms of the weekly, we're still looking quite consolidated here, which, to be honest, is actually a really good sign. It's actually a really good sign, just because the more that we're doing this, the healthier it's going to be. Moving through to the daily here, just because we've got quite a lot of information to get over here. We were talking about this before, basically saying here that we've got a symmetrical triangle at the top of this uptrend. That's a bullish pennant chart pattern, guys. We were looking for a lovely, juicy measure move from here around this sort of level here. We did actually get that very nice measure move completion there. In terms of percentages there, very good indeed. Looking at that, nothing too crazy, probably around a nice 5% swing there. Really, really good. Now, currently, since then, we've actually seen quite a lot of progression to the upside, guys. We have actually cleared all-time highs. We have actually set all-time highs. We're noticing a bit more of a sell-off coming through for Axie, which basically shows the momentum sort of slowing down to the upside a bit, and we're probably due a bit of consolidation, right? Which, it's not bad. As I said, that's absolutely healthy. That's actually what we need here. When we're banging it up continuously there, these spikes up are just crazy. We need some sort of sell-off. We need to basically reference these pumps coming through there, because we are pumping significant amounts here, guys. These aren't small pumps. These are 100% pumps coming through there, 100% or over. So if we are going to keep wanting these, we're going to really be needing just to chill out a bit and base camp one and rest it, guys. You know the score. But yeah, in terms of what we are seeing here now, everywhere, we're looking at around a rising wedge pattern, guys. A rising wedge pattern, because you can see the level of resistance that we've got on the top side here multiple times. You can see the level of support that we've got on the lower side here. Higher lows being set, higher highs being set. Rising wedge pattern. Unfortunately, bad news, because rising wedge patterns, guys, they usually tend to break to the downside. So it's definitely something that we do need to take into consideration here. If we do see a move to the downside, we could be looking at some sort of measure move like this. And that could basically mean the price is coming back all the way down to 90 there, to previous all-time high level there. And to be honest, it's still going to be really healthy if that does happen there. But just please, please, please be aware. This has been banging it up recently. It has been banging it up recently. So one of the big dogs at the start with a lot of supply could easily just sell off a massive chunk, and you could literally just see a massive wick to the downside. I know when you do see this actually play out, if it does play out, you could see buy-ups coming through quite early for this, because we know how much people are really, they're itching for lower prices for this, because you can see the gains. Obviously, it's very, very attractive to the day traders and the hodlers out there. So yeah, it's definitely something to be thinking about for the future. But in terms of a move to the downside, if this does break here, it's going to be around 31.78% to the downside. Now, obviously, that's to the downside, guys. Rising wedges, yes, they usually tend to break to the downside, but we're going to weigh up the options here for a break to the upside, just because we can see how progressively big this is being recently. If we are looking at target prices to the upside here, if we do see a breakout occurring, we're going to be looking at around a 25% gain. And that's going to be bringing the price all the way up to around $210. To be honest, I think there'll be a massive sell-off at 200. And to be honest, that's absolutely fine if that does happen. I thought my mouse died on battery then. That would have been absolutely dreadful. But yeah, so if that does occur there, it's going to be, we're probably going to see some sort of sell-off. And as I was saying there, for these wicks, they are looking quite progressive to the downside in terms of selling momentum there. So yeah, this momentum does seem to be slowing. But yeah, just be prepared for a breakout to the downside or a breakout to the upside. But as I said, on a rising wedge pattern, they usually tend to break to the upside, right? In terms of the RSI here coming through on the daily, we're near, not quite overextended there, but pretty overextended, I would say, on the shorter term time frames, just without even looking at it, right? Yeah, we have actually seen us get to that overbought sort of scenario, and we are actually seeing a bit of a pullback coming through there from this high around 163. That's actually really quite a big pullback over the last 4 hours there. In terms of percentages, let's get some percentages coming through there. Just for like a one asset to pull back this much, it's around a 9. Let's go from Panda body actually. It's around a 6-7% pullback currently in terms of the live price, around 5-6%, that sort of area there. So hopefully you can actually hold this level of support. If you can, then you could be looking at a nice 4-hour candle to come there, and that's in the next 10 minutes like there, guys. So yeah, just be prepared for that for Axie. But yeah, just be careful. It's been pumping up a lot recently. And what do we know with these altcoins when they do that? They usually retrace quite hard and quite heavy. So yeah, just try not to buy the top, right? Yeah, that's gonna be your update today on Axie. Yeah, moving on to the chat there, guys. Let me have a look. 43 likes as well. Unbelievable. Do really appreciate the likes coming through. Shout out to Ben Rogers. We've got Buster Wolf. We've got Ekel coming through there. We've got Arjun there. Your voice is low. We've got Maja. We've got Abhishek Jaishawal. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Bitcoin recovering? Question mark, says Davey. Potentially, man. Let's have a little look. Should we have a look at Bitcoin? No. Since we started the stream, it's actually dumped. It's actually dumped, and we're actually testing the lower side yet again there. Interesting stuff there. We have actually seen a test of around that 61,224 yet again there. Really quite trying to bang it down ever so with a lot of momentum as well. And this is basically going to be acting as like just a lower high there, guys, and that's obviously pretty bearish, seeing that resistance coming through off that 200. Now we do have a falling wedge chart pan, so we could be looking at a breakout to the downside. But what I would say there, guys, is we were talking about this symmetrical triangle. You can see the level of support that we do actually have from this zone quite continuously. So hopefully we can actually get a bit of a bounce here. We'll just have to see how that goes. Moving back through to the altcoin request part of the show, guys, let me jump through and let's have a little look. Roger says, cheers to the TA. Thanks a bunch, Chester. Meals on me if you were ever in Thailand. Thank you very much, man. I should be coming through to Thailand around January, February time. So yeah, we'll go for a little meal. That'd be cool, man. Let me have a little look. You were good, bro. Appreciate. Not a problem there, Arjun. Do appreciate you continuously supporting the channel out here. Hi, Salang Sang. I really struggle to say your name. My name is pronounced Maya, by the way. Oh, Maya. Okay, sorry. Guys, I can trade, I can make money, I can do maths, I can do all that good stuff. But in terms of when it comes to reading English, I'm really quite terrible. Really quite terrible. So yeah, I do apologize if I can't read your... To be fair, a lot of your names aren't actually English. So in terms of just reading in general, I'm just really quite bad at it. But yeah, let's have a little look at... should we look at ICP there for the GOAT? Just drop my pen. Like I do every single goddamn stream. Yeah, ICP. I'm interested for ICP, actually. Oh, my throat, man. Not good. Let's get rid of all this old TA. Let's get some fresh levels coming through. Right. I'm here to give you a daily update today on ICP. Obviously, guys, we all know what happened with ICP at launch. It absolutely banged it to the goddamn moon. We got to $2,700 per coin. We know it jumped into the top, I think it was the top 10 cryptocurrencies with a market cap of around 20 to 30 billion. And then basically what happened, we got sold into like crazy because no one was actually ready to accept the technology. To be honest with you guys, ICP, seriously undervalued coin at this point in time. As you can see, when you're jumping in with a market cap of around 20, 30 billion, you know you've got backers, you know you've got potential, you know you've got really big, heavy investment there. So at this point in time, seriously underpriced. We just need the big dogs to start adopting this technology. And when that does happen, the money, the paper, this is basically going to be the new internet, guys. So yes, definitely want to be hodling, I would say. Interesting stuff coming through there. In terms of horizontals here for, in terms of price predictions here for ICP, I would be looking at $40.46 as a massive level of support. We have seen this holding up quite a few times here, guys. So if we are going to see us coming down and test this, we need to actually be prepared for a bit of a break to the downside if this is going to happen, because we've tested this literally like 4 or 5 times now. And now the next level of horizontal level of support is going to be around that $28 and $28.61 there. But that's obviously the lowest point there for ICP. And we've already tested that again, and we didn't actually break it. We actually banged that back up. So yeah, it's nice to see that coming through there. I would expect ICP to actually, I know it looks very bearish with this downtrend right now, but I would expect it to take a leg up here just because it needs to, right? It really does need to. And we have if we were going to break this sort of momentum to the downside right now, we probably would have already, right? So yeah, it's not looking too bad in terms of trend lines from the low points to these correlative zones right now. I probably would do something along the lines of this as in terms of level of support that we are finding here, guys. We're probably sat on the cusp of one right now. We are literally bang in the middle of all major moving averages here on the daily, so hopefully we can get over that. This is making me want to draw. It's making me want to draw. We do have another trend line coming down like so, so potentially for a potential for a breakout scenario coming through there. We do have quite a few scenarios that we could actually weigh up here. Symmetrical triangle potentially from this area, from this low here, and these high lows being formed. But also, we do need to weigh up the scenario for this this horizontal coming through as well. Because if we've got a horizontal playing out like so, as well as a downward sloping resistance line like there, we're going to be looking at a symmetrical triangle chart pattern, not symmetrical triangle, and a descending triangle chart pattern coming through there, guys. And that basically means we're looking at a breakout to the upside or a breakout to the downside. So in terms of measure moves like so, we could be looking at a measure move to the downside like there, and that's probably going to bring us down all the way down to around $29.65. But if we can see a break to the upside, it's going to be a lot more progressive there, guys, and it's going to be meaning that we're going to be invalidating lower highs here, and it's going to be a lot more bullish, right? It's going to be a lot more bullish, bringing the price up to around this $53.85 there. So yeah, potential breakout scenario to be looking out for there. For the future there for ICP. Overall, not looking the hottest altcoin in the world, but the technology and the fundamentals behind it really do support it there. So yes, a couple of things to be looking out for the future in terms of breakout scenarios there. Moving down to the 4-hour charts here. In terms of the 4-hour, we are looking not too bad, right? We've got a lovely, quite a nice uptrend coming through here. Obviously, I guess this is the manipulation from... No, it's not actually. It's doing its own thing in October because October was obviously very, very progressive. We can obviously see a massive level of support coming through here, which we are actually testing. Let's get rid of this these moving averages for now. As you can see, massive level of support, which we are testing, correlating. Not correlating. Consolidating? Yeah, consolidating inside this sort of area here, getting ever so close to a breakout scenario. So yeah, potentially definitely something to be looking out for there. For the future. And yeah, nothing really. We've got a bit of a symmetrical triangle, as I was just saying there by accident, in terms of a high point, in terms of lower highs being set, in terms of a low point, in terms of higher lows being set there. So yeah, really not too bad there. But yeah, definite breakout scenario to be looking out for the future. In terms of a double breakout there, we could be looking at a little, obviously not the biggest measure move in the world there, but if you are itching for some sort of position there, we could be looking at something along the lines of this in terms of a little scalpy scalp. Depends on which side we're going to break then. If we do break to this lower side, it is actually going to correlate very, very well in terms of lining up with that upward sloping support line coming through at around $44.44 there. In terms of percentages there, it's going to be around $3.37 there to the downside. To the upside, we're going to be looking at around probably $4.77 there. You know what we're doing here, guys. We're staggering take profits all the way up or all the way down, and that's basically the best way to go, right? The best way to go. Simon's saying, "Vet, please, sir. They have a DEX coming in 6 days." To be honest with you, Simon, sell the news, buy the rumors. Sell the news, buy the rumors. And yeah, I did actually. I covered Vet probably two or three altcoins ago. So if you do want to rewind, that's absolutely fine, my good sir. But yeah, that's going to be that. I will. I did actually do quite a long video on it. Long video. I say it was about a 5-minute video there for it yesterday. So yeah, if you did want to go check that out, it is going to be on the channel as well there. Now, moving through, what's next in terms of the altcoin requests there? The GOAT says, "Cheers, mate." Not a problem, man. Not a problem there. Pink Panther. I see we've got a super chat coming through from Caesar. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Pink Panther seems to be very awesome future. I see Pink Panther wallet releasing best looking wallet. A load of Pink Panthers coming through. Pink Panther seems to be a very awesome future. They may be the leaders in the industry soon. I don't want to miss that boat. Got a bit of shilling coming through, I do believe. But yeah, should we have a look at Pink Panther? I don't know the code for it, guys. So if you know the code, is it pink? Is it Panther? Who knows? Sorry, bro, I was late. Not a problem, man. Amazing, cool stuff. I guess Pink Panda. Let me know in the chat, please. Pink coin. You said it right. Ah, sweet, nice. Pink coin. Pink Pink Panda, not Panther. What am I on about? Yeah, so this at the moment is to wrap BNB, and it's not worth jack. This looks very rug pulley. Yes, we're going to be getting off that. I would not advise against that. Obviously, nothing I says financial advice, guys. If you want to go buy that, go buy that. Amazing stuff. 4 hour on Binance, 4 hour kind of close below. Deleted your message, Roger. Let's do a bit of XRP, sorry. Bit of XRP for you there. Cuba? Really got to go take reading lessons. Really bad. Start off on the daily, shall we? Because it's going a bit mental. Breakout scenario here for XRP is looking pretty progressive. We are currently testing a very crucial horizontal at $1.24. They're actually finding pretty heavy resistance there. So potentially, guys, if we do actually see a pullback coming through here, that's going to be bringing us down to $1.11 there. There could actually be another long position. This mouse is really, I think it's dying, which sucks in terms of battery life. So hopefully it doesn't cut out on stream. If it does, then I'll have to run off and try and get batteries. Pretty annoying. That's the problem with the wireless mouses, hey? So yeah, as you can see, guys, we could be looking at another lovely trade here for XRP for the future. It's going to be around a 10-11% gain there, but obviously before that we need to pull back significantly, maybe even a pullback to this zone. You could be getting a congruent bounce off around $1.16 from there. Abhishek, we got a 3 spam rule, my good sir. So yeah, you're probably going to get timed out if you and you're spammed. You're probably going to get timed out. So yeah, LR is going to probably time you out there. But yeah, so SNX, I might touch on that. And I feel like I'm Aladdin rug star, says Phoenix. Funny stuff there, man. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, that's pretty much XRP. I would like to jump down to the hourly and just see what's going on here, because we're obviously seeing a bit of a pullback coming through. But what I would say is we're looking at a breakout scenario as well. This is really quite interesting as well, because you obviously got this trend line coming through in terms of resistance here to the top side here, guys. This is obviously very, very key to be looking for there, and also massive level of support coming through there, which we're currently on the cusp of breaking there. So let's get rid of the WOD machine coming through there and look at breakdown scenario for a potential scalp position coming through. In terms of breakout scenario to the downside there, I think this is just a measure move, guys, not a trend line there. We could be looking at a nice short position here, and obviously this is a free zone we've got coming through here. There's not a lot going on in this zone. So yeah, 2% there, just waiting to be grabbed there. And then obviously first take profit at $1.16 down. Completion of the measure move around 4% there. Ban those spammers, damn. You looked at Pink Panther chart wrong. Pink Panda chart wrong, bro. Yeah, what's the thing for Pink Panda then? I will look at it, guys. I will look at it. One of you super chatted it, so I will look at it. But I couldn't find a good chart. If you can find the chart and it's on TradingView, then yeah, I'm happy to do a TA for you. Happy to do a TA. But yeah, XRP to the downside, I would be looking at some sort of pullback coming through there. If you do actually find support on this zone, you could easily come up and test this $1.24 again. So yeah, definitely a point to be looking out for. Thank you very much, LR. doing the job out here to appreciate it. Let's do some more requests. Just go up in the chat there. Justin would like a bit of Ethereum. Bit of Ethereum. Bit of ETH. We can have a little look at ETH, my good sir. I'm going to be jumping through to the daily, right? Because it's just going absolutely mental. It's going mad, guys. Huge uptrend for Ethereum right now. Ultra package members doing well. So yeah, huge uptrend for Ethereum right now. If this is going to have a continuation to the upside, all-time highs continuously being set there. We know the score with the all-time high rule, guys. Once we set all-time highs there, we 80% of the time we pull back there. So that's basically my law of basically going never buy all-time highs, because 80% of the time you're going to pull back. So yeah, not too bad. In terms of a bounce point for Ethereum right now, we're looking at 4,440 there for previous all-time highs there. That's going to be a point to be looking out for. Take care, bro. Simon, LR, everyone trade safe and be safe. Need to go and do some, can't read that. Calisynthetics? Maybe? I can't read that, bro. For crypto market stress relief, I see. Simon coming through with the big juice. Ali coming through, cake if you can. Theta waking up as well from Kev. Maya says District OX. Is that Pink Panther's thing. District OX. That's pretty great. 50 likes as well, guys. You guys are killing it. Really helping out the YouTube algorithms with the channel, right? We obviously hit 2,000 subscribers yesterday. Really killed it there. Obviously, we're pumping up a bit, guys. So really do appreciate you coming through. Joseph says, thanks for the stream, Chestino. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you like the content. Yes, man. Do appreciate the likes and subs coming through. Channel is growing. Really good, actually. But yeah, in terms of Ethereum right now, I would say it's really not looking too bad just because, and Ben, I got your request, man. I'm going to do that for you. CWS. That sounds good. Don't you sweat it, my guy. As you can see, guys, we had a pullback from Ethereum yesterday, and that's actually banged us down to 45,000. Sorry, 44,450. All right, okay, I'm with you. I'm with you, Joseph. So yeah, as you can see, guys, massive pullback to this zone, setting basically a higher low. As you can see, what we're doing now, we're coming down to challenge this higher low, so we could bounce from here. I wouldn't really expect us to come down any lower than 44,459 there. I would expect continuation to the upside because the whole trend is your friend. Ride that bad boy until the end. Is still looking really quite progressive, and these pullbacks are getting ever so they're getting smaller. They're getting smaller, and that basically means when the pullbacks are getting smaller, guys, we could be looking at a nice big pump in Ethereum, right? And we could be looking at 5K Ethereum fairly soon. Fairly soon. We're really not that far away now, to be honest with you. In terms of a pump for Ethereum, now it would only be like 11% there. In terms of daily pumps, what we are seeing here, in terms of like daily candles, the most common daily candle that we are seeing here is literally like 4 or 5% pumps. So that one's even like 8% there. So we could even be looking at a nice $5,000 Ethereum by the end of the week, potentially. Definitely, if this uptrend is going to continue in the state that it's doing, then yeah, it's definitely something to be looking out for there. CC says, my altcoins are running up. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. We're not really doing a lot on the Bitcoin dominance at this point in time. But yeah, if we are going to, because we did actually break this horizontal here at 43.47% there. Because we did break that, we're looking at altcoins actually taking a leg up now, which is really quite progressive coming through. Good stuff. Now, let me look at what was next. It was CWS there for, who was that for? I can't remember. Does it say it there? CWS. Ben. It's for you, Ben. Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you, Ben. So you've supported the channel for quite a while now, man. Probably like a month, 2 months, something like that. And you request a coin on KuCoin. I'm joking, man. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we can get some data coming through. That's Crowns, is this the correct one, my good sir? CWS. Ben. Says Simon. Dun, 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 dun. One interesting chart. Very interesting. Very interesting. Is the right chart? CWS? I think it is. We'll do it. I'm here today to give you an update on CWS, a bit of crowns coming through. Now, as you can see, guys, we've obviously seen, this is quite a fairly new coin coming through here around May this year. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, it joined the crypto race in probably the worst time in history, right? We obviously saw massive crashes down to the downside for cryptos and altcoins in general. Now you can obviously see this low point that did get created. Now from there, we've actually found a lovely level of support. If we lost this horizontal before at $4.86, we probably would have come down to test this zone, but we didn't. We actually set a higher low from this low point. So that is inclination to draw a very nice upwards sloping support line coming through from there. As you can see there, pretty good stuff indeed. Now, what I would say from that, once we got an upward sloping support line like so, I would either be banging in another downward sloping support line from here. As you can see, multiple resistance points along this zone here, and that basically is creating symmetrical triangle. That's one scenario. This is one measure move that we would have been looking for here in terms of progression to the upside there. Pretty good stuff indeed, bringing the price all the way up. We're actually seeing massive pumps to the upside from there, near enough actually hitting launch price at around $18.97, and we know what happened once we hit launch price. We actually banged it all the way up to $39 there. So yeah, if we can actually get over this volume weighted ATR band here on the daily, that's going to be very progressive at around $17.25. Now moving down a bit to these lower term timeframes here, what I would say is this we've got quite a nice uptrend coming through there. I would be inclined to be drawing a massive level of support line coming through here. And unfortunately, guys, we have actually lost that to the lower side. If we get rid of the moving averages for now, you can see that we actually have lost this to the lower side. So we could actually be thinking about taking a leg down here. When I say leg down, maybe even just to this higher low here as a level of support. That's definitely something to be looking out for there. But yeah, it doesn't look the best in the world because you do have obviously this uptrend and you do have, I would say, parallel channels to the upside here. And when you see this sort of happening here, you can be drawing measure moves in terms of a breakout scenario to the lower side. You're on a retest, you could be breaking down here. And if this is going to break down, it's going to line up, the measure move is going to line up perfectly with this massive wick to the upside from this previous prior high there on the 4 hours. So yeah, definitely a point to be looking out for is $12.47 for a bounce point. Short position from this zone, could be looking at something along the lines of this. If you can get a congruent candle close, and you could basically be shorting it down. As you can see, guys, it's dumping as we're talking. It's going to be around 11% for the first take profit. Second take profit is going to be around, I would probably be adding more take profits because these percentages are really quite big. Basically planning for any sort of reversal there. Around 22% for measure move completion, around 17% for the second take profit coming through there. So yeah, interesting stuff coming through there for CWS. But what I would say is a little bit of a pullback is probably due here. And as you can see, this momentum that you are seeing to the upside, you are seeing these pullbacks ever so they're getting ever so strong, and the momentum to the upside is actually getting a bit lower there. So if you were probably going to see something, it's probably going to be something along the lines of that in terms of the trend actually curling over here, and the trend actually curling over, that's the wrong tool, the trend actually curling over here if that is going to happen there. So yeah, a couple of things to be looking out for there for CWS. Let me bring up some moving averages and jump down to the hourly time frame, see if we can get a bit more of a congruency sort of position coming through there. Let me have a little look. As you can see here, this is obviously the high point to be looking out for. Massive trend line in terms of resistance point to be looking out for. So if you do actually bang it above this trend line inside of that rising parallel channel that we were just talking about, if you do reclaim it in terms of a level of support, I would be looking for around $18 at the volume weighted ATR band. That's definitely a point of resistance. And also, if you do get there, you've got another trend line coming through at this top side, downward sloping resistance line. Very, very crucial stuff. But at the end of the day, past all that, you're going to be forming another parallel channel coming through. Let me get rid of this. You're going to be forming another parallel channel coming through here, or a rising wedge pattern. I think it might be rising wedge pattern, guys. And rising wedge patterns, guys, they usually tend to break to the downside. So that's another congruency moment that we could potentially break to the downside from there, and basically see the completion of this measure move coming through that we have seen from that parallel channel. But yeah, definitely something to be thinking about. But that is going to be your update today here on Crowns CWS. Have a little look at the chat coming through there. Damn, we might be ending the stream fairly soon, guys. Ewan, I think that's how you say it. Ewan says SLP. Should we have a look at SLP? A little bit of SLP. Love KuCoin. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do like KuCoin. It's a cool exchange, man. The fact that how they list a lot of the really, really early coins, I do actually really like that. Giving the little guys a chance. What is happening? What? It's done 32% in a day, or less than a day, like 12 hours. That's progressive, to say the least. I would say actually finding a quite heavy point of resistance here, guys. To be honest with you, the way that this is actually pumped up, and the trend line that you've got actually coming through here, I would actually expect to probably pull back from here, to be honest with you. It's very, very parabolic. Yeah, let me jump to a bigger time frame. We can get some sort of a bit of a better gauge. Yeah, SLP went crazy. It really did. It banged it, right? To the goddamn moon. Ugh. Where's the time, actually? 12 p.m. Yes, I would say downward sloping resistance line coming through from here. Multiple resistance from all-time high near enough. We got all-time high at launch. I don't usually count them, guys, because obviously it's very manipulated and all that stuff coming through there. So yeah, I really wouldn't be counting that as I would count this as the all-time high there. And you can see we're actually trending down pretty strongly from there. Literally not seeing any sort of progression. The only progression that we did see was sort of massive pumps in September, really. And considering the state of September compared to crypto, it's pretty crazy, right? It's pretty crazy that we did actually pump quite a lot in September, considering a lot of crypto actually descended down and we saw a dirty, actually filthy month there. What I would say is you're playing in a range here. The range I would say is going to be, that's wrong. The range I would say is going to be this resistance point along this top side here, which you're currently looking at coming to test here, and that's going to be sat around at 9 cents there. I would actually probably expect some resistance to the downside from here, potential pullbacks. So you do have a massive parallel channel, as you can see here, guys. Parallel channel coming through. Top side, bottom side, not looking too bad. But if you are looking for any sort of breakout scenario coming through there, there's definitely more money. There's definitely more money to be made here. And when I say that, guys, I'm talking about this horizontal here, and obviously this horizontal that we've got plotted in here. If that actually does get broken, measure move. Hello, money. Definitely money to be made here, guys. Bringing us up to that previous lower high point coming through there. As you can, yeah, it's a very, very, very correlative zone there. As you can see there, we've got multiple levels of resistance and consolidation along that zone. Massive bounce points in terms of level of support. So in terms of a breakout scenario for SLP for the next sort of run up, which we could be looking for there, around 30, 38, 40%. There, definitely something for the future to be taken into consideration there. But yeah, I'm going to be moving through to the hourly just because it's been going mental. I would expect some sort of curl over in the price. Michael Allen said, apologies for late attendance. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're doing well, my good sir. I think we're all pretty good here, guys, aren't we? We're all pretty good. But yeah, thank you for joining, Michael. Do appreciate it. Now, in terms of what we are seeing here for SLP, I know I did say we are looking at taking a leg down, but that's just because you can see how parabolic we've gone recently. To be honest, we have actually seen a nice bit of consolidation here. So in terms of challenging this trend line yet again, I probably would actually say that just because on the 15-minute here, we do have a bullish pennant chart pattern, guys. Symmetrical triangle at the end of an uptrend here usually means breakout to the upside, continuation to the upside. So yeah, not looking too bad at all in terms of percentages for this miniature measure move to the upside here. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, it's going to basically mean that we're going to be challenging that trend line yet again there. In terms of percentages there, going to be around 5.42%, so still pretty not too bad actually, really not too bad. So yeah, definitely a point to be looking out for, and you can see the momentum is really actually coming back into force, guys. Very nice stuff indeed. Now, that's going to be it from me. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. I am actually creating for the 2K subs here. I am actually creating, running up like crazy. I'm creating a package, guys. It's going to be a lifetime package for basically the rental of all of my indicators. It's only going to be available to like 8 people, right? It's going to be very, very limited, just because I don't want everyone having my indicators for lifetime, right? So yeah, but it's just going to be a bit of a celebratory thing for the 2K subs. So yeah, you can you can always makes me laugh when I lose a sub, right? You can always jump into the Telegram. We've got a Telegram community group in there. There's going to be announcements in there about that, guys. So yeah, just let me know how that is going through. Let's chat about Bitcoin quickly. I was seeing a bit of a bounce back for Bitcoin, nothing too crazy. But yeah, I would expect a bit more continuation to the downside. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it from me. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Do appreciate you out here. We do have a premium scout package. If you want to go check that out, the link is in the description to the website there. And you can start your 7-day free trial coming through. Really good, amazing stuff there. Hope the Chester YouTube fam is making money. To be honest, my good sir, CC, the premium package is doing pretty bloody well over the last like 2 weeks or something. We got like 6 trades in a row at one point. It's insane stuff. So yeah, really, really good stuff. Do appreciate all the support coming through. But yeah, peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. Keeping it juicy. You like the juice? I love the juice. Money. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. We're here to make money.